Hello everyone, this is Dr. John Makoff here. Today I want to talk about I'm trying to put it into a big picture view for people to sort of see in a way how I see the body, how the way I see the body working. Now, the body has to be seen as different bodies as a conglomerate view, in the way that there's the physical body, structural organs, muscles, bones, brain, physical body, teeth. There's the emotional body, the feelings you have. There's the chemical body of how things are working chemically in the body, the nutrition you're taking in. Is it being absorbed? Is it being inflamed? Various chemicals from internal through food as well as external exposure from the outside, inhaled, touched, whatever. There is, and the influence it has on the whole workings of the body. There's the spiritual body, however way you want to see it, but the way I see it is how we as an essence connect to and work to our whole surroundings, which is the earth, the environment, everything, how we affect it and how it affects us on a spiritual level, let alone then there's the electromagnetic level. Then there is, so it's hard when you talk about the body, the self, to separate any of them from each other. And when you're dealing with the health, it's almost impossible to separate one from the other, in my viewpoint and how I approach things. It doesn't mean that I may not just focus on a structural issue and certain things that may take care of other aspects with it. It doesn't mean I won't check on the chemical aspect of the nutrition, of whether, if I see that as the primary source. It doesn't mean I won't check and work on the emotional as a primary source, but also recognize that how that primary source relates to every other aspect of the body. If someone has an emotion they're feeling deeply, you're going to see their posture change. If someone's feeling sad or heartbroken, whatever, they're going to protect their heart. They're going to go inwards a lot. If someone's feeling low self-esteem or insecure, they might go down more, or they might try to overcompensate and try to lift themselves up more to appear as if they were confident. If you're fearful, you can come in on yourself more, or shy away, or be more jumpy, more reactive, as well as less hydrated. So each of these things are intertwined in all aspects of our life, in our health. And if you are having your power taken from you, or you're allowing to be taken from you, your glutes are going to be less active and maybe even flat. And if it was on an ancestral level, you might have a lot of ancestors with flat glutes. If there's lung issues, whether it's the emotional lungs of grief, sadness, anguish, or lung infections, or allergies, you might have some shoulder or tricep inhibitions, or maybe even overactivities trying to protect. If you have, there's so many playing systems that they all work as a whole self. So it's not just a physical body. If your system's inflamed from chemicals or infections or whatever, you're going to inhibit different structures in the body. You're going to possibly stimulate emotional swings, hormonal imbalances. So these all interact with each other, and there's no separating it, in my viewpoint, to say, oh, well, this is not an emotional issue, this is not a structural issue, and it may not be a primary emotional or structural issue, but it's also not to discount a part of yourself and deny a part of yourself, or think it's less than because it's trying to show itself. The body shows a lot of what's going on with symptoms. The symptoms are a way of talking. A symptom isn't the way to say that that's the problem. It's the way the body's trying to express that there is a problem. You know, if there's a shoulder pain, is it a postural or how you are doing something issue? Or is it a emotion that is long-standing, that's been ignored and is trying to speak in a certain way? Or are you having some lung infection that is going on that your body's trying to get you to recognize it? Or is it something that you are carrying, feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders in various aspects of your life, and it's trying to show you that? I mean, I even had a patient today, and we were working through certain things. She's had a previous ear infection going on right now, and I saw something with her in her heart chakra and her heart being closed off from stressors in her current life. And I was like, well, you have to keep your ears open for opportunities that may present itself, not even thinking. And we both sort of like, keep the air open. And other things are getting in the way of keeping the air open. These are also signs and symptoms of how like the spiritual body works with you. So hope this gives you like an insight of how I have my insights into I don't know, the different pathways, the different patterns of people, whether it goes through the ancestral lineage, whether it goes into current life, whether it goes from the past to the current, and dealing with it on a holistic level in all things. So if you have any other questions or comments, please leave them below. If you want to schedule a session, have some interest or have some questions, you can message me or contact me through my website that I'll put below. And hope everyone's having an amazing weekend.